Wow, the views up here are spectacular. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Like, I knew that it was gonna be beautiful because like we have really nice views over Ella from our hotel, but like, man, this is something else. This is spectacular. What's up guys, I'm Sally.
And I'm Ed, and today we are in Ella, which is in the hill country of Sri Lanka.
And we're gonna be doing one of the most spectacular hikes in the region, the hikes to Little Adams Peak.
Let's go.
And the best way to get there is of course by tuk-tuk, which is probably our favorite mode of transport here in Sri Lanka too.
And here we are, perfect, driven basically the whole way. So we didn't mean for this to happen, but it's just the way it worked out. The easiest way to get here is just to be dropped at the 98 acres resort by tuk-tuk. You can walk up here. We did see quite a number of people walking up here, and it actually made me feel a little bad that we jumped in a tuk-tuk. But we're here at the beginning of the Little Adams Peak track. It looks really well laid out. I have this feeling that it's not going to be a super challenging hike.
Little Adams Peak gets its name from the larger and far more sacred Adams Peak, although this hike is nothing in comparison to the original Adams Hike Peak, which is a whopping 5,500 stair climb.
Unlike Adams Peak, Little Adams Peak is not a challenging climb and should only take about 45 minutes to get to the top. So after you've been walking for about 10 minutes, you actually come across this set of stairs, and so I'm really wondering if this is going to be much of an outdoor hike at all. It just seems a little bit too manicured, which is perfect for the beginner and me today because I don't really feel like a massive hike. This is Ella Rock behind me, by the way. If you want a real hike, go hike up there. It takes about 3 hours up and back, and that's meant to be like the most spectacular of all the hikes. I think it's about 10 Ks there and back.
But this kind of hike definitely appeals to somebody like me who is, first of all, clearly unfit after just walking up, I don't know, 50 stairs. But also I'm not a very experienced hiker, and as some of you guys may know, I do have quite a crippling fear of snakes. So to be able to walk on a nicely paved set of stairs is pretty good for somebody who's just easing into hiking and nature and that kind of life. Ella is a quiet village in the hill country of Sri Lanka that has become increasingly popular among tourists. Now, one of its many draws includes the abundance of nature.
Some of the best hikes in all of Sri Lanka are found here. Most notably, or I guess the most popular one, is this one that we're on to Adams Peak, to Little Adams Peak. It's not Adams Peak, my goodness. This would be a very different video. Which is up to Little Adams Peak, and that's because it's the shortest and the easiest.
As you do get further up the hike, the stairs and the path does kind of disappear a little bit. There is still quite a well-trodden path, but it's looking a little bit more adventurous now, which I know is going to appeal to Ed quite a lot. Thoughts?
See, this is more up my alley. Ah! This is more up my alley. It's a little bit more off-road, but to be honest, it's still quite easy. That's where we're going. It looks further than it really is. It's not that far.
This is probably the steepest bit of the whole trek. Whew.
Feels pretty steep. Wait.
What?
Wait.
Oh.
When you get to the top, you can see it does get a little bit like, I don't know, I would say more adventurous as it goes up, but I'm pretty sure we're at the top now, basically, anyway. Oh, wow. The views are just getting better.
Wow, guys, these views are spectacular. Right now we have like 180-degree views of the mountains and the valleys all over Ella, and it's beautiful. The hike is so worth these views.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.
So there are 3 peaks to Adams Peak. We're currently standing on the first one, and you can see over here there's peak 2 and peak 3. I don't know if we're gonna hike to peaks 2 and 3 today because we can feel like the rain is coming down a little bit. And yesterday it started to rain just like a little bit, and then out of nowhere it was like pouring with rain. I don't know if we want to risk like being stuck on one of the other 2 peaks in the rain. For now I think we're just gonna hang out here, enjoy the views, and yeah, it's really lovely, and the air here is just so fresh, so great.
Yeah, it's really nice. You can see from up here like all the way down to the plains, and I doubt it's the ocean. I must be making that up.
It's not the ocean.
But imagine if you could see the ocean. That would make
that
this
would be
even
really
better.
cool.
You can see like the hills, and then they just kind of like dissipate into these rolling plains. It's just, it's gorgeous. You know what, guys? We think it's gonna rain, but how often are you here? We gotta make the other peaks.
Wait for me!
Nailing it.
This is more challenging than what I had anticipated for today. Onwards.
Well, it suddenly just got a whole lot darker, a whole lot steeper, easiest, and Jesus Christ. And so, yeah, I'm fine.
What happened?
Nothing, I just stumbled. So FYI, the next 2 peaks are considerably more difficult than the first one. It's not paved, it's long grass, it's dirt tracks, it's a lot of climbing involved. I'm beginning to regret my choices a little bit. But we're nearly there. So close. Now just up the last one, guys. Just up that path. Hopefully we don't get caught in the rain.
Look at me in this nature. I am basically Bear Grylls. And I'm going first. And I'm walking through the grass. And I'm Bear Grylls. Ah!
Peak 2 and peak 1. We made it. See those guys? That was so unexpected. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Was it scary? Absolutely. Do I regret coming? No.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, as this hike started to get a little bit harder, I was definitely getting just a little bit annoyed at Ed for wanting to come to all 3 peaks. But now that I'm up here, I'm so glad we hiked to all 3 because the views up here are just amazing, and I feel like we really achieved something by hiking to all 3 and not just the one. Although I will say that hiking to the other 2 peaks after the first one is a lot harder than just the first one. So if you're not that experienced, or if you're not that fit, you have bad knees, or maybe you're just not dressed appropriately, like you don't have great footwear on, don't come to the other 2 peaks because you might find it just a little bit challenging. So we hiked from this peak to this peak to this peak, and now we gotta go all the way back. Okay, so now that we've hiked to the 3rd peak, we now need to get back to the bottom of Little Adams Peak, and I can see black clouds rolling in, so it's gonna be a race against the clock, guys.
They do not look good. Uh-oh.
Guys, we've made it back down. We have made it back to the base of Little Adams Peak, and wow, what a hike. That was spectacular.
It was so good. So guys, we just want to say thank you for watching. We really do appreciate it.
And we'll see you in the next one.